everybody and welcome back to Nerd Goblin Art. I'm Lula. Right, I'm going to be doing another video in association with Beebeecraft. Now Beebeecraft have a fantastic YouTube thing where if you get 100 or more followers, you can apply to get not just molds, you can get other things from their website and they'll send them to you and you make a few videos and such. So big thanks to Beebeecraft for sending me some molds that I ordered. I chose everything that came. Now I've already done one video on unboxing, so to speak, and part of the video was these coasters. I wanted something a little bit different to your usual round ones, and these seem pretty cool. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to do horror movie coasters. Now these are stickers. These came from Temu in a big pack. Now I wanted to choose more like samey designs, so I'm not going to be taking off the backs. What I am going to do is I'm going to use some Mod Podge to seal them, and then I will be putting them face down like this. But I'm probably going to UV resin them down, and then I'm going to be using Apex resin. Now this resin is a fast cure. It only takes 2 hours. I've only just recently started to use it. Like it so much that I've got a big order of it coming today. So that's a good thing, isn't it? And so I'm going to get on with this. Now I'm nearly out of Mod Podge. Isn't that sad? So I've got to order some more. But I should have enough to get on with this. So I'm going to be doing both the back and the front, because if you saw my recent Halloween coasters video, it was a little bit of, I still like them, but it didn't work the way I envisioned it. So I am probably going to put you on a fast forward while I do this, and I will play you some music.
In the night we come alive, drawing ghosts with our minds. Paint the shadows on the wall, creativity will never fall. Dancing under ghostly lights, art flows free like midnight tides. Colors swirling in the air, imagination everywhere. Fun and spooky, it's our way. Every night and every day, we create and spirits play in this haunted cabaret. Crafting dreams with eerie charms, haunted brushstrokes in our arms. Lyrics echo with a fright, artistry in ghostly blight. Whisper tales in haunted halls, drawing spirits as night falls. Painting life with ghostly grace.
Okay, these are dry now, or should be. So we get them off. I've used one of my extra silicone mats. This is a very used one. So rather than ruin my lovely blue mat or, you know, really struggle with the cleanup, I tend to pull it out. I do clean it, but it's like, you know, when you get to the point where cleaning them doesn't really work anymore, that's the point that one is at. So I use it as a, you know, means to an end. So I'm just checking them for like extra little flaky bits that I don't want showing up or floating around. Just get a little bit of tape just so I can get, oop, there we go. Right then. So, if this even works, there's a mark there. I'll have to see if it comes out. So I'm gonna use some JDiction UV resin. I've got my lamp out. So I don't know if it's gonna work. Hopefully it will. It doesn't want to come up now. So I'm gonna have a go with it. I'm aware bubbles. I'm hoping it's not gonna be a huge issue. I'm hoping when I look over on the other side that I'll be able to spot any bubbles. If that's a problem, I might actually just give it a cursory little go with my light, with my long neck lighter, just in case. So I don't know. I do this like when I make jewelry. When I sometimes use washi tape to make jewelry, but it's a bit different when you do it like that. So I don't think there are any bubbles there. I'm going to do that side first, and then I'll flip it over. Even though it's mirrored, I'm still gonna, you know, I'm still gonna do the same. And I think I've said in previous videos, I have cats. Now my cats aren't in here at the moment, because they like to get up to antics, and I decided to do a recording basically with my voice live. Usually I edit and do my voiceover later, but I wanted to see about doing or talking while I'm doing it and see how I get on with editing time and such. It does take a lot of time. I can't see any bubbles, but there we go. So whoop, still putting them down there, so I'm going to plop that over and do it again. I do actually have another lamp that I could actually plug in and get these done quicker. It seems like a good idea. I don't know if it's the best idea I've ever had, but as I'm fighting with all the wires, knocking all my mica powders to the floor. So this is my JDiction one, so I can at least have a bit of a production line going on, couldn't I? Just to save me time. Doesn't want to work. Oh, there we go. Just picking up everything that I've just knocked over. Right, next. So do you like horror? I love horror. That's good. So that one's good to go. I don't just need it to be Halloween either. Or, you know, that particular time of year. I watch them all the time. I just enjoy them. It's just fun. Oop. I'm just putting more down. I've definitely got a bubble in that one. And my room is quite bright as well. We had a problem. My studio is a conservatory. I used to run my childminding business from here, and I'll do that again actually. And when we stopped our business, myself and my husband, let's get rid of those bubbles, and I started doing art as my full-time job, basically my full-time job. I think I put too much in. This became my studio because I used to do everything either from the kitchen table or upstairs, out of the way. But my children are all much older now, and as we don't childmind anymore, it makes life easier. The house is ours again. That's been over 2 years now since we closed the business. And usually, because it's a glass roof conservatory, it's not supposed to let in like 80% of the sun, but it does. Obviously it's not, but any light where, you know, the UV resin is concerned, it is light. And I've usually got a sail up because it was a cheaper option than paying for expensive blinds. So I had to take it down for repair, and I have yet to get it back from said repair. So it's a bit of a pain in the bottom. I don't like doing craft in the evenings. It's not something I really enjoy. I like doing crafts in the mornings. So yeah. So I'm trying to be very quick with the UV resin. It's a very long way to go around to telling you a story, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but there you go. So which one? It's a race. It's a race. The JDiction lamp's gonna win. This is still a fab lamp. I still think it's a great thing to have. I can't see any bubbles, so we should be okay. There we go, and that one's been done. That feels good. So that's that done. The thing I love about this lamp is that it charges up, and you can, like, don't know if you've ever seen one, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but you can like control wattage, and you've got your times and stuff, and it's chargeable. And the charge on this, I haven't charged this for about 2 weeks. You know, it's great. You get that with it, and I find it really useful. And because I like making a lot of jewellery, it's good for that. And I can do lots of I don't tend to have to worry about flipping things over. But because most of the resin's on the other side of this, I thought I'll do it that way. But yeah, always never throw stuff away though, just because I bought that. They are expensive, but just because I got that one doesn't mean that these are no good. They are, you know, so useful to have. So I will put you on speed. I'm a drug dealer now, apparently. I am going to mix these up now, but I'll put you on a fast forward while I do that. I've had them warming, so in a warmer spot, so I'm going to get these mixed up, but I'll put you on a fast forward for that. Okay? Okay, I'm going to put this through my debubbler. Ooh, there we go. It is really bubbly. This obviously, I put 3 inches in. 3 inches? I put in 3 fluid ounces. My goodness. And I think because, you know, with these hand mixers are fab. I probably could have just hand mixed it, but I'm more confident using the mixers. But because I'm only using the 3 ounce, obviously it wasn't covering it completely, so I'm still gonna give it a good stir just to make absolutely sure. And I've got some bits that have come off Oh no! I don't know where all that's come from. I'll see if I can fish it out when it's easier to get to. So, yeah, I'm definitely, there's all bits of flex. I'm not sure where it's come from. I haven't used any for a while. But I'm going to put it through my debubbler just to make life easier. My plan is I want to create like a crackled effect. So I'll be putting in a small amount of clear, and then I'm going to be putting over some red, maybe. And then I was thinking of doing black to give it the push. So we'll see. Anyway, back in a mo. Okay, so I realised what I was doing and I hadn't made up enough resin. So I measured out some more. So I'm gonna use, I want to do black and red and then give it a push with clear. I think that's the way I want to do it. Now, I'm not sure because there's always, I find it hard to find like a true red, and I'm not too worried, to be honest. So I thought, I was trying to decide between purplish red and wine. You know, I wanted to kind of go with, you know, these old, you know, movies, especially in the late 70s into the 80s. The blood never really looked like blood. I think that was something to do with getting it past, you know, so they weren't like banned or something like that. Anyway, certificate, you know, certified. So I think I'm gonna go with the purplish red for like the inside. I know what I mean. We'll see as it happens when we do. So I'm gonna put in, oh, I've not opened this one. It's typical, isn't it? I thought I had. So just open this up. And there's a shimmer to these as well. It's less resin, so it's, you know, it's, I think it's a pretty shimmer to it. So I'm going to put in, I don't want to be overkill with it. Ooh, that's quite nice actually, isn't it? Look at that. And make sure I give it a good mix in. If you can hear it, that's my debubbler. I've got the extra bit of for the actual clear push. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It kind of makes me think of the old, like, because it never looked properly real, did it? It does more so these days, but all the movies that, you know, the real old movie, the old, I say they're real old, they are kind of real old. They're over 40 years old, the majority of them now, so I just don't like calling them old because it makes me feel old. Okay, so I'm going to use the red, and I'm also going to use a black mica. These really do have a nice little shimmer to them. In there. Make sure I put the lids on because I'm terrible for knocking things over, and then I'm like, why? And then you're like, you can only blame yourself, Lou. So get this in, and I done it again, didn't I, guys? I forgot to put a smaller amount in the cup already. Now, while I've been faffing around trying to worrying about bubbles and stuff, I can feel that this resin, you don't have as much work time with this resin, so I'm going to get it ready now to pour. And that's where I like moving into these cups. So I'm gonna do, it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna put some in there first. Dee. I probably could have done with putting like a clear in first. I've seen so many techniques done by so many YouTubers whilst because obviously I'm still learning myself, that I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. They've kind of gone into like, in my head it seems to have gone into like one thing. So I just can't remember. I just don't remember some of the techniques now, and I think some techniques end up in your head almost like, you know, turning into one thing. Well, that's what it feels like for me anyway. I watched so many in the last couple of years whilst I was getting brave to actually do my own resin and my own channel, that I genuinely, I've got them all stuck in my head as all different like techniques. I just need to rewatch them really. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So there we go. Put in a bit of the black. Boop. I'll put a bit more of the red in as well. And then I need my clear. I might give her a little squitch of the heat gun or of the lighter. I think I prefer the heat gun in all honesty. And I like that I'm using up lots of this. You know, it might not even work, but we have fun learning, don't we? So there we go. It seems quite bubbly to me. So I'm going to give it a squelch. Boop, boop, boop. Can you see that effect? I love it when it does that. It's one of my favourite things. Yeah, so it's been going in my debubbler. I'm starting to worry that because I put the others in the debubbler, I'm wondering if this debubbler has had its day and I need a new one. But it doesn't seem. No. I mean, look at that. That's been in the debubbler. It's been in there for 10 minutes, and it's only 3 ounces. So I think there's definitely something wrong with my debubbler, and I'll have to properly check it out. So the hope is that this stuff is supposed to it has been good for debubbling. So what I'll do is I'm going to pop it in the middle to give it the push, and I'll just keep an eye on it. I'll babysit it a little bit just to make sure. Okay, so they're a funny shape, so I'm not so worried about middles, but it'll be good anyway. And don't forget the pictures are in the middle, so I'm not, you know, if it's like a geotyper, I think that's what it's called. The picture in the middle, there's, you know, some people like to have it clear and other people, I don't think I've made enough. Oh, it's one of those days. And I'm basically, my delivery hasn't yet arrived from, it's on its way, the Apex resin. But I think that should be okay, actually. It's not as full as I probably like it. But I'm going to go do some scrapings now to try and make sure I can get every little ouncy bounce out. It's the thing with these cups is it kind of sits, doesn't it? Leave it to sit for a few minutes. I've even been known to scrape out the... Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, it's gone already, look. It's gone a bit thick. There we go. It's because I was so busy faffing around and worrying over bubbles, which is silly really, because you can always babysit it and, you know, put hot air on, you know, put the hot air and stuff on them, that you can probably, you know, sort that anyway. And I got a trust in the product. It's a product used quite often by Mini Scenes GP by Tracy. I keep saying GB, it's GB, GD? No, GB, not GD, which it sounds like. So I've really got to try and trust in the product that it's not gonna, you know, fail me, so to speak. So, like I said, this should be, it's a 2-hour one. I'm just gonna get my it's very satisfying watching bubbles pop. If anything, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? And something to learn. I guess it's one of those things where you go, don't be like Lula. I've no idea how satisfying that is. Well, if you do resin, I'm sure you do, but these coasters, and they're not very deep as well, so see what we make of them really. And I did warm the bottles of the resin, so I think it is definitely, I think I got an issue with my debubbler. I really do. It's a shame because I've only had it since probably April this year. And since I got my latch resin mixer, I've not used it as much. So I'm just gonna have to check it out. And I think, although my table should be level, I think I'm having that issue again, because I'm looking, and on this one its preference is to, it's not the mold's fault, this is my table, even though it's stating, it says on there that it's level, it's fibbing to me. Anyway, I'm going to babysit this for a little while, and I'll come back to you when it's time to demold. Okay, I'm back, and these are cured. Even though I babysat them for a good while, there's bubbles in the bottom, but that's fine, because I can always sand those down if need be. So I'm actually really nervous. So what I'll do is I'll take them all out first, and then we'll turn them over and look at them together. One or two. Look at the bubbles. So I have no idea what I've created here. I don't really think that it was a technique. So, like I said, it's all looking good fun. Are we ready? Oh. It's not terrible. is certainly interesting. You can see here actually where I apparently didn't cure that one through enough with the UV resin. That's fine, I'll put it under. Lots of bubbles in that one. I think they're cool. Oh, big bubble on that one. But I can fill it in. That's not a problem. Wow, okay. So, I have no idea what I did. I just put my finger back in that again. I literally have no idea. But I like it. I think they're interesting. You can see there actually where the resin must have got under the sticker, so I couldn't have had enough of the resin in that spot. But I don't mind it at all. I think it actually works. I think it ignoring the big massive holy bubble there, we'll fix that in a minute with some UV resin. I think it's really cool. I like the effect. Actually, it's not an effect, it's an accident, but I like it. It works for me. Yeah, so I'm going to get some gloves on, and I'm going to get my lamp. Don't need that many pairs of gloves. All right, I'm going to get some gloves on. And we will fix that one. We're going to get that one underneath we'll get that one underneath the lamp as well whilst I fiddle around. Okay, so got my lamp, turn it on. I'll just turn it up to there, and we'll get him under there and see how he goes. And I'm just going to grab my resin. Here we go. Brand new bottle. So this is JDiction. I used it in the beginning part of the video. So I'm just going to fill that. I'll probably add a little bit more in a moment. And what I'll do is I'll just use the lamp. Oh, actually, I think I can see a bubble. I think I've said this previously on a video that I saw a meme that says, you can't say bubble in an angry voice. I assure you, when I took the cover off these guys a few moments ago and I saw the bubbles on the back, I was like, bubbles! I could definitely assure you that I could say it in an angry voice. Not even angry, just really frustrated. Yeah. So, what are you gonna do? Oh dear. I really don't know whether I'm better off giving these a I can't think of words. It's that time of day for me. I get quite tired in the afternoons and I forget my words. A top coat. I'm not sure whether I should give it a top coat, because it might help with the rest of the bubbles. Yeah, and I have checked my my debubbler. It's a Resiners one, and it's definitely not working as it should. So I may have to, that's better. where it was sitting now. What do you think? Ooh. I may have to get another. I might have to get another one. As I said, it's frustrating for sure. These are actually quite big, but it's fine. I'm not doing them for anyone. These are just for my house because I like this kind of thing. Yeah, I think top coating it might be the answer. Let me just put some on here. Like that. Let's move you guys out of the way a minute and just headbutt the... Take that off. It's magnetic. That's really cool, isn't it? So I'm probably going to need more than what I've just put on. So I'm going to top coat it with some of the UV resin. Like I said, these aren't going in the shop. I'm not selling them. These are for my house. So I don't mind using a top coat with the UV resin. So that hole is definitely, I might fill it, just drip in a little bit of ink. I don't know, just in that bit. But it's like magic. You put this on and it kind of, those little micro bubbles just magically disappear. Yeah, so this is it tends to be self-leveling, this stuff, but if you get a nick in the corner and the resin finds that nick, it's just gonna go running like crazy down the sides, so just be wary of that. This is the new formula one. I don't think it's that new because I've been using it for a couple of months. It's just fun. I like that. I like the holes. I think it adds to it, which I think is really cool. So I'm not worried that you can see that. I think it's a happy little accident, so to speak. I think it definitely works for it. Just adding a bit more on there. I will use my long net lighter as well. It's just teasing it out to the edges, not getting it right the way, because you don't want it just to disappear down the sides, because then you're in for a heck of a mess. You see, it's already trying to cure because of how light it is. Just get rid of those. There we go, and I'll put it under the lamp now. I should put it up in like a parasol or something. Oh, just pop you under there like that. You behave. I'm going to put it up higher because I'm just worried that it'll like bubble. You know, it gives sometimes you can get like wrinkling is the word I was looking for. And we don't want the wrinkling. I just want it to look cool. I'm actually really pleased with them. I gotta be honest. I'm not so pleased with I'm moaning about it, aren't I? I made a bubble. Perhaps I didn't put the resin bottles in the warm bath for long enough today. Because it is definitely a night that it is much colder in the UK at the moment. I'm going to pop that down now. So, you know, it's one of those things maybe, but I will, yay. I am going to put it on again, but there, look. I really don't mind that because of the way it's gone with the sticker. I really do not mind. And I think what I should have done was I should have put in a layer with the actual mould. I should have put in the I'm going to point it that way so I can do bits. With the mould, what I should have done was put in a thin layer of clear and then put in my ring and then put a pour. So I'll do it again. Most definitely, I will do it again. Oop, but lessons learnt. We are learning, as I keep saying, reminding myself. Still learning, happy to learn and happy to learn with you guys. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think they're really cool. They suit me. They suit my, you know, my definitely my 14-year-old. He loves horror stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna put you on a fast forward.
Colors in the sky, brush strokes flying high, rainbows all around, magic on the ground, canvas full of light, stars are shining bright, dreams they start to bloom in this painted room. Whimsical dreams take flight in the day and night. Painted hearts so free, together we will be. Mountains made of gold, stories yet untold. Rivers made of silk, wonder in each blink. Whimsical dreams take flight in the day and night. Painted hearts.
So, there we go. Not a complete disaster. This is my favourite one, and it's funny because it's my favourite one. It's the one that kind of fouled up a little bit with not putting enough on and the actual epoxy resin getting under, but it's worked and I really like it. I like all of them. So I'm definitely going to have another go with these. Thank you, Beebeecraft, for sending me the moulds. Nothing wrong with those. They're great. There's no issue at all. Where the resins and the bubbles are concerned, I think it is definitely a combination of making sure the resin is warm and having a debubbler that actually works. So we'll investigate that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please stick around for the glamour shots. And I would love it if you give me a like and subscribe. It's totally free. Thank you. Love you and stay weird.
Blush a fire in the night. Magic beats within my heart. Riding dragons through the storm. Creating worlds with my art. Paint the sky with ancient tales. Canvas filled with